Today, it's all about hair. From the color to the cut to the wash to the styling, hair. So I'm going to start with color. I went, because it's so obvious, I went gray about, let's see, I'm 80, so maybe when I was 40, no, 55, let's say 55-ish. And why did I go gray? I went to a Christmas party up in Sun Valley, Idaho, and a friend of mine who had always dyed her hair red did not dye her hair, and she'd let it go natural, and it was gray, and it looked fabulous. Actually, it was flecked with gray. And she let it go natural because she was having some health issues, and the doctor said, don't dye your hair. So I saw her. I love the way gray hair looked on her face, on her complexion. It was beautiful. And that minute I decided I'm going gray. Came back to Los Angeles, told my hairdresser, who immediately said, you're crazy. Told my husband, he said, are you sure? Told other people, and nobody agreed with me. Remember, this was at least 30 years ago when there was no gray. Nobody went gray. Now it's chic, but then it wasn't. And that was before Facebook. It was before you had all these groups supporting you. But I was going to go gray. And I did. And when I decided, my husband was very supportive. He said, if you want to do it, go for it. So I think I was the only gray-haired woman in California. And I loved it. I had short hair, I had short gray hair, and I loved it. There was no upkeep. I didn't have to go and have my hair dyed. I didn't have any of the mess associated with dyeing one's hair. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. But that's up to you. Go gray, don't go gray. If you want support, there's tons of it on Facebook. Then the cut. The last time, so I was getting bored with my hair, to be honest, and I wanted something with a little bit of edge. So I called up my niece. She's married to my nephew, and they have a young child, and she's one of the foremost hairstylists in the whole, would you say the world, the United States? Her name is Justine Marjan, and check her out on YouTube. So I called her up and I said, I need to get a haircut. Who do you recommend? And so she told me Nicholas Flores at Sally Hirschberger. I called him up, made an appointment, went there, and I said, okay, I don't know what I want, but I want to have I want some edge. I like a little bit of edge to things. I didn't want to look I don't know what I didn't want, but I wanted an edge. And that's when he came up with his hairdo, which I love. With the bangs, oh my God, does it hide a multitude of sins underneath there. And at the same time, so I needed to learn how to manage this hair. So everybody's asked me, well, how do you do your hair? The first thing is my shampoo. During COVID, my hair was a mess. It was so kind of crinkly and thick, and it was terrible. It didn't lie straight. It wasn't smooth. It was kind of, I don't know, kind of kinky and wiry. And then somebody told me about Olaplex. So I could be the ad for Olaplex. I'm not, but I could be. And I bought this Olaplex shampoo, and it was a miracle. It is so good. I love it. So I use the Olaplex shampoo. That's number 4. I hate these numbers because I can never remember which is the shampoo, which is the what do you call it? Conditioner. So I wash with this, then I put this on. I put the conditioner on, and if you notice, do you see how it's upside down? It's because it's so thick. I put it in the shower and I keep it upside down, and then I stick my finger in, and that's how I get a fingerful. And what I do is I wash first, then I put the conditioner on, I leave the conditioner on, and then clean up the rest of my body, shave, do everything else. But I do this all the time. It's the Olaplex and the conditioner. So that's you have to do that. Then what else do I do? Well, this is it. The other thing, when I wash my hair, I use this little goodie because I think somebody told me that it was really good for stimulating the scalp. And so I use this and wash my scalp with this. Then to maintain the gray, I use a couple of things. This is Oribe. It's spelled Oribe, Oribe, but it's pronounced Oribe. And this is the bright blonde for beautiful color. And you'll see I don't know if you can see, but it's one of those purple shampoos. I use this and to keep the yellow away, and I use this, which is Silverati shampoo. So I use this sometimes. I don't use them all the time because they say that you should maybe have 10 days in between, but because otherwise it could dry your hair. But so I use this most of the time, and then when I remember, or if my hair looks kind of yellow, I'll use either the purple or the clear. My hair is very porous, so when I use purple, if I use it too much, it gets kind of purpley. But that's because it just absorbs so much. I must tell you, my sister, we haven't been going to a salon, so that she's been doing her own hair also. And I told her about Olaplex. She started using this and the conditioner. It made such a difference in how her hair laid. Yes, laid. I think that's it. This is wonderful. The other thing that I use is, wait a second, oops. This is Kerastase, and it's Nutriv, what is it called? Nutriv Night Serum. So I used it last night. So you take a squeeze, you take a pump, and you rub it in your hands, and you rub it all over your hair, and you wake up, and it smooths out the hair follicles. I love it. And this is, what I don't love? Look at the way, can you read any of the instructions? No, neither can I. But anyway, I use this also. How often do I use it? When I remember. But I really like this Kerastase Nutriv Night Serum. Oh, BH, that's what it is. Or it's 8H. 8H Magic Night Serum. So I highly recommend this. While we're on the subject of conditioners, this is something that I just bought and I haven't used yet, but people rave about it. This is, it's Philip Kingsley. He's a very, very famous, would you call him a trichologist? He has a lot of products for hair. And this is called the elasticizer. People swear by it. And what I need to do is, what they suggest, you wet your hair, and then 2 or 3 hours before you wash your hair, you put this in, and then leave it in for 2 or 3 hours. I know people have also left it in, when they go to bed at night. They put this in, let their hair dry, and sleep with it, and it's supposed to just be heaven on earth. It's a miracle for hair. So I highly recommend this, even though I haven't used it. I will use it, this week, and I'll let you know how it goes. But Philip Kingsley Elasticizer. This comes highly, highly, highly recommended. Something else people have talked to me about, and they've been concerned about, as I have, which I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet about caring for hair. But I wanted to get on the subject of losing hair. I used to have really thick hair. Do I have it anymore? No. So I've been losing hair for a long, long time. I was speaking with my dermatologist the other day because I knew I was going to be doing this video, and I asked him about hair loss in women. And it was very interesting because it is so complex. It's thyroid, it's pituitary gland, it's hormones, it's if you have a autoimmune disorder, there is so much that goes into losing hair. One of the products that I can recommend, and this is because this doctor recommended it and other doctors have recommended it, and it's minoxidil. And I take minoxidil. Uh, I haven't been doing it regularly, to be honest. But what minoxidil does is it doesn't grow hair, but it keeps you from losing hair. So my doctor did a experiment a few years ago where I used minoxidil. He first tried to pull out hair, and then he looked at how many hairs came out. Then I started using minoxidil, and he counted the hair that like a month or two, maybe 3 months later, and fewer hairs came out. So I highly recommend minoxidil. I believe I take the 5%, and you should, again, with all of these things, ask your doctor. I get mine at Kirkland at Costco, but do ask your doctor because I think it also lowers your blood pressure. So make sure that your doctor approves of you using minoxidil. I also asked him about Viviscal. That's a pill that you can take, and he said maybe there haven't been tests that really prove it, but it may give you a vitamin or some nutrient that you're missing. So those are two that I can kind of recommend. I mentioned nioxin, and he said there were no tests that proved its efficacy, but he did think that minoxidil and maybe Viviscal. I used to take Viviscal. Do I know that it's helped me? I don't know, but some people recommend it. So everybody's different, and everybody's reason for losing hair is different. Is it frustrating? Yes. Is it hard? Yes. Do I have an answer? One of the answers, somebody was mentioning that her doctor said, well, wear a wig. And, kind of like brushing her off. I had a cousin who had this gorgeous red hair with bangs and a long page boy. She looked fabulous. And she wore a wig all the time. And that was because of religion. You know what? I never knew it was a wig. I thought she had the most fabulous hair. And I know she couldn't afford real hair or something very expensive, but she had this wig looked fabulous. That's all I can say. I think there's also, what I was going to say is, I think I'd have a tough time with a wig just because of the heat. I would worry about that. But there are things like toppers. So you can buy like a plop of hair, put it on your head, and you've got hair. I think it's going to be hard with gray hair. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. So let's go into styling hair. After I wash my hair, I spray on. Here it is. Shoe Imura, Shiki Worker, Blow Dry Serum, Serum de Multi-Benefit Primer, Silky Finish. This is what my hairdresser uses. He doesn't use anything else. He just sprays this on. So that's what I do. I also I highly recommend this Shoe Imura. And then I also use, have you ever tried Wow? That's fun also. And this gives my hair a little bit more body. So I like this also. Wow. Let's see what else. Oh, and then part of styling my hair is, there are some days when my hair just looks really dry and what I do is I use this Olaplex bonding oil, and you just need a drop. And I rub it in my hands and then rub it in my hair, and suddenly my hair looks shiny and pretty. So I like this bonding oil. Also for putting on my hair, this is called 24K, and it's by Sally Hirschberger, and it's like a paste, and I put it in my hair. Sometimes I put too much, and you kind of can kind of style it a little, and it's a paste, so I like this. But there's also one by Orbay, and this is called Fiber Groom, uh, elastic texture paste. I haven't been using this. Well, you can see that I've used a lot of it, but I've mainly because my hairdresser uses this, so I've been using this, this 24. I like that. I also, there's this dry shampoo. This is called dry shampoo powder. Now, I don't know how you pronounce this. RCO Skyline. And what happens when you put this powder in, for me, I'm lucky because it's white, you can't see my scalp. So, if I feel like my hair needs refreshing, I use this. So I use dry shampoo. There's another one that comes highly recommended, and this is Living Proof Perfect Hair Day. Another really excellent product that when your hair is looking, it needs something. This poofs it up and this makes it look like your hair is much fuller. I like this a lot. Both of these are excellent dry shampoos. Have you tried a dry shampoo yet? It's great. For hairspray, it was funny. The other day, my girlfriend called me up. The Contessa called me up and said, "Sandy, I need help. I'm going out tonight and I don't have any hairspray and my hair is, what should I use? Coconut oil?" We had a good laugh about that. She didn't have anything for spraying her hair. So this is Orbay Dry Texturizing Spray. And it leaves your hair, it gives it a texture and a weight to it. So I like this a lot, the Orbay Texturizing Spray. What else have I got? I don't use a mousse. I've got this, but I don't use it. Do you use a mousse? I don't know. I don't use it. Haven't tried it. As I say, since I've been with this new hairdresser, I haven't made my hair that full. I made it kind of edgy, right? Okay, I don't have a Dyson hairdryer. I haven't, I got a very old, oh my goodness. I've got a very old hairdryer. It's by Elcom, and it's way too old, and I'll get a new one. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to my my hairstylist and find out which one he recommends. So I need a new hair dryer. So that's how I blow dry my hair. This is the brush I use. I love it with the many bristles. It has a lot of bristles. I think it's boar's head bristles, and I love blow drying my hair with see how, it just gets it all. I love it. So, and this is a small one. It also pulls out a lot of hair. So this is how I blow dry my hair. Sometimes I use this. I also, this one's better. I also use this for combing through my hair. Let's see. For washing your brushes, I do it a couple of ways. I first get the hair out of the brush, and then I use either shampoo, not my Olaplex, but I've got some shampoo. So I'll use shampoo and wash it in shampoo or vinegar. So I use those. I brush my bangs with this, with a softer brush. One of the things I adore is this pencil hot heating iron. So it's red pencil ceramic. And what I can do is I can take just a tiny bit and straighten it. When I had a hair straightener, I burned my hair. I turned it yellow because it was big, it was hot, and it was just too much. But using a small one, you can get all around the edges of your hair and straighten it. I love this because it's so tiny, and I can manage it. I can't manage it with some of these big things. So I love this. Something else I use, I've got all of this stuff in front of me. And this is by John Frieda. It's old. I can't find it. I'll look for a substitute for you. But you turn this on and it's hot air. and it just kind of smooths my hair. When this is, I only use it, during the middle of the week when I haven't washed my hair, and when I haven't I haven't blown dry or anything. So I love using this. But as I say, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can find a substitute for this. Oops, I forgot. A really important part of my hair care is I get keratin treatments. What happens is that the keratin just smooths out the hair and makes my hair lie nicely, as opposed to kind of scooching up and being all wild and kind of too thick. I don't like it. So keratin every 3 or 4 months. So I really understand your pain with hair. I know that I'm losing a lot of hair. I think for me it's because I don't use any hormones. I don't have any hormones, and I'm losing my hair, and yes, it's very frustrating. And I don't use minoxidil every night the way I should. I'm not very good about that. I used to be. I don't know why I'm not lately, but I need to use minoxidil more on a rigorous everyday schedule. I don't know, by the time I get to bed, one more thing, I put my eye drops in, I floss my teeth, what else? Floss my teeth, put my eye drops in, put the serum on, put the essence on, put the every by the time I get to the top of my head, I've had it. So, but I need to do it because I am losing a lot of hair. My hair has gotten really thin. By the way, it's interesting. We were talking about washing hair. The French think that the Americans do it way, way, way too often. They only do it maybe once a week, but I couldn't come on here and just do it once a week. Maybe I'll try using the dry shampoo. Maybe that'll help. But I think that it helps if you don't wash your hair that much, because then there's no opportunity for you to even lose more hair. Oops. See, I keep on forgetting. I keep on forgetting to tell you to subscribe, to to please press the like button so that tells YouTube that you really like my videos. Subscribe, hit the like button, and share it with friends if they're interested, if they need to learn how about hair and are interested in some new products. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.